Hey guys, how goes it? So, I'm gonna keep it real with you guys, like I always do. I actually forgot that today was Friday. This week has just been so crazy. I've just been so busy. I've had stuff to do around the house, job hunting, looking for a way to get a little extra cash, and I completely forgot that I was supposed to make this video. I have no material written down right now. Well, actually, quite honestly, I never do. But usually I have an idea of what I'm going to do for the video. But you know what? That's okay, because I've got an idea. I'm going to play a game with you guys. I am going to tell you 4 facts about my life, complete with little mini stories and everything. But the catch is, one of those things is not entirely true. And it's up to you guys, the viewers, to figure out which one is the lie. Now, I'm not going to keep you in the dark about it. I'll tell you which one is the lie at the end of the video. And on top of that, I'll tell you the real story. But you know what? I'm excited about this. So, let's get started. Story number 1. In the time that I have learned how to drive, and the time that I have had a license, I have only been pulled over by a cop once. I was on my way to a party, and it was a part of town that I didn't know really well, so I was just driving up and down the streets, trying to find my way to the country club where the party was. And in the neighborhood, I had seen this cop once or twice while I was going around. And eventually, I see him creep up behind me, and I'm like, what? I don't like where this is going. And just as I expected, the row of lights go off. And as I'm pulling over, my expression goes from this to this. And in my head I'm thinking, oh my god, what did I do? I mean, was I speeding? Was there a stop sign that I didn't see? I mean, I was freaking out. I had never been pulled over before. And if I had gotten a ticket, I'm pretty sure I would have killed myself before my parents had the chance. So, we go through the whole deal, license and registration. Do you know why I pulled you over? And I'm like, I don't want to cause any more problems, so I'm just saying, no, I have no idea, actually. Did I do something wrong? And the cop's like, no, it's just, we've had a lot of burglaries in the neighborhood, and I've never seen you around here, and I saw you driving up and down the streets. I figured you're either lost or you're up to no good. And I'm just like, great. So then the cop asked me, where are you headed tonight? And I started explaining to him, I'm going to a party over at the country club. And he was pretty cool about it. He gave me directions, so I found it a couple of minutes later. But I had a really upset stomach for the next hour. Story number 2. I almost asphyxiated in my sleep one time. This was about a year after Katrina, so I was about 11. My dad and his friends had just finished fixing up my room. They put the bed in, they did the electrical wiring, and one night I was sleeping. It was summer of 2006, and I wake up and I go to the living room, and my parents are just so grateful to see me alive. I was really weirded out because I had left my ceiling fan on when I had gone to sleep, and when I woke up it was off. And my windows were open, and I'm like, what's going on here? This is really weird. So my parents started to explain it to me. Turns out that the electrical wiring in my ceiling fan was faulty. And it short-circuited, and it started forming a lot of smoke that was all just getting trapped in my room because my door was closed, my windows were closed, and I was sound asleep while that was happening. So my dad goes out to the kitchen late at night, and when he goes back to his room, he's like, you smell like something's burning? And they start checking the whole house, and eventually they get to my room, and the entire room is just shrouded in smoke. And both my parents just start freaking out. They turned the ceiling fan off, they opened up both of the windows in my room, and they tried to wake me up to make sure I was still alive. I didn't wake up, but I was still breathing. So they figured he's probably just passed out, and we'll just have to make sure he's okay in the morning. And sure enough, I wake up, and I'm fine. But I always remember that, and it's one of those things that just reminds you that your life can end at any time. And it was just really I don't want to say traumatizing, but it was pretty dramatic. Number 3. I did not get my first girlfriend until I was 15. Growing up, I was not the most popular guy to be around. I mean, I wasn't really attractive, and I was pretty weird. I don't know why I say was, I'm still pretty weird. But even as a kid, I never had one of those, the kindergarten girlfriends. Just no one really wanted to associate with me, especially not girls. I didn't get my first real friends until I was in 4th grade. Anyway, I was 15, and she was one of the many girls that I had crushed on in the past 10 years of my life. And she was great. She was cute. She was fun. She was kind of shy, but I thought that was adorable. And she was just one of the nicest people I knew. So I asked her to the homecoming dance, and the first time she said no. Now, I had already hinted at her that I liked her before, and she shot me down that time too. Then after that, I don't really know what happened. I don't know if I grew on her or something, but about a couple of weeks before the dance, she asks me. And during the dance the entire time, I'm just thinking, okay, what's going through this girl's head? Are we just here as friends? Is this a date? And when I ask her, she's like, whatever you want. Those words still ring in my head today. And, we were great. We were together for a year. And I always remember that as the best year of my life. It was the first time in a while that I felt that the world was a good place. And finally, number 4. I have met movie star Matthew McConaughey and his beautiful wife, the supermodel Camila Avila. They were here filming a movie in the summer of 2011. Well, Matthew was. Camila was just along for the ride. And they were staying in a house out in New Orleans. My cousin worked part-time being a maid for that house. Housekeeper, not a maid. I'm sorry, that was my mistake. So my cousin was out sick for a couple of months, and my mom took her place. And me looking for a chance to get out of the house and make some extra money, I decided to join her. And the first person I met was Camila's mother. She was there 24 hours a day, because apparently she couldn't find anything entertaining to do in New Orleans. Go figure. Anyway, later I met Camila and her 2 kids. They were a boy and a girl. I can't remember their names, frankly. And I think it was about 5 times that I went to that house, I would always see them. I only met Matthew once, and I had a very short conversation with him, because, he was always working. He was always out doing something. But that was a pretty cool experience. I enjoyed that. So out of the 4 stories that I just told you, which 3 are real? Well, I'm going to tell you. First, I did actually get pulled over once in my life by a cop, for the simple reason of looking suspicious. 2, I did almost die in my sleep due to my ceiling fan being faulty. Also, the smoke detector was faulty, which is why my parents didn't find out about it earlier. And 3rd, I did actually meet Matthew McConaughey and Camila Avila. I did not get my first girlfriend when I was 15. I actually had my first girlfriend when I was 13. However, the entire story I just told you is 100% true about a girlfriend that I had when I was 15. And she was my first real relationship. There's a difference between having a girlfriend and being in a real relationship. I think I had about 3 girlfriends before her and 3 after her. But anyway, what did you guys think? Leave any thoughts or questions in the comments below. Be sure to hit that like button right down there. And please do not forget to subscribe to my channel if you are new. New videos every Tuesday and Friday. You know the rest. I will see you guys later. Bye. Wait, guys, don't go yet. I'm running out of ideas for videos, as you may have noticed. So please, I'm begging you, if you have any ideas or any suggestions for videos you would like to see me do, please leave them in the comments below. I would greatly appreciate it. It would be great if I could please the public, get me some more ideas, get some more viewers, get some more subscribers. That would be awesome. So I leave it all up to you guys. Thanks.